Welcome back, Podcast Challenge listeners. I am so excited to answer a question that was submitted. I am going to be keeping all of these questions anonymous, but I did choose a winner for week 1 last week, which was Angie. She won the How to Stay Fit Without Dieting masterclass, and she was so excited about that. And she's also inside of the Tough Love Binge Free Bootcamp coming up. So I am just so excited. So congratulations, Angie, for leaving a rating and a review on the podcast. You are the first winner. Okay, so there was a question here that was submitted. And again, all of this is going to be anonymous. The question here is, I've always had a hard time separating things going on in my personal life from my eating habits. I recently had to change jobs after 35 years at the same workplace when my company closed down and I'm not happy or fulfilled in my current job. I'm letting the unhappiness in my work carry over into other aspects of my life, including my diet and my health. As I continue looking for another more fulfilling job, how can I separate the two and focus on healing my relationship with food and stopping binge eating and get excited and motivated to do that and work out when I'm feeling so defeated and unhappy in other areas of my life? So this is a really good question. And what I will say is a few different things. I always remind my clients and all of you, the number one reason why you binge is because there's the urge to binge. And so could other factors influence binge eating, like a lack of fulfillment or a lack of happiness? Sure, right? Like if you're not feeling very fulfilled, or there's a lack of pleasure in your life, then of course food's going to be like the main source of happiness and joy in your life. Or it's like, well, I'm not feeling fulfilled in my career, or I'm not just feeling fulfilled in general. I need to feel like fulfillment and joy and contentment, so I'm just going to turn to food. But I want to remind you all that the number one reason why you binge is because the urge. And so the reason I wanted to share this is because I want to let you know that you're not different. You can absolutely conquer binge eating as well too. And I've had many clients over the past years that have done job transitions. I've had clients that have lost their jobs. I've had clients that have gone through very difficult, challenging situations like family life, people being in the hospital and them having to navigate their relationship with food. And again, when you focus on getting rid of your urges, and by the way, you're in the Tough Love Binge Free Bootcamp coming up, so you got some personalized coaching on this. But when you get rid of your urges, it doesn't matter what's really going on externally, you won't binge. So even for me, I still have days where I'm stressed or, I'm sad, or there's different emotions, but I don't turn to food because I've gotten rid of my urges. So I wanted to share that. Of course, I'm going to give you some more strategic things to focus on, but I wanted to share that because I think it's very easy to let external factors maybe block you from believing that I can conquer. It's like, oh, well, maybe I won't be able to conquer because, right now in the season of my life, I'm not really fulfilled. And that's not true. And so what I would recommend is how can you find fulfillment and pleasure in what you're already doing? Okay, so the job, situation, you can't really control that. And, obviously you're looking for another more fulfilling job, but, right now, what do you have control over? Maybe it is a marriage, maybe it's a relationship, and maybe you've spent a lot of time filling up your own cup that way. And the way that I see it is if you're not working right now, it's like now more than ever, this is the best time to focus on your relationship with food because you actually have the time, because you have the, you're not working, so you can actually spend so much time listening to the trainings, listening to the modules, plugging into our community group chat. This is actually the best time to be healing your relationship with food. I remember one of my clients, I worked with her in the academy, and she was in job transitions, and she loved it because she was literally this is the best time to work on my relationship with food. Yes, I'm still figuring things out in terms of making that transition and finding a job that fulfills me, but she had so much time to, again, come onto our coaching calls, ask her questions, watch the training. So I just want to also give you that perspective too. But what do you have control over? So, when it comes to your workouts, right? I don't believe that just because you have an unfulfilling job or, you're not working right now, you have to change jobs, that's going to impact your workouts. And maybe you are letting it impact it, but it shouldn't. Maybe you're not doing workouts that actually make you happy, because they're two separate different things, right? So again, it's like, are you forcing yourself to do certain type of workouts that maybe you're actually not really enjoying, right? Are you eating foods that maybe you feel like, oh, I should be eating these foods, but you actually don't enjoy it? If you're not getting fulfillment through the career right now, it's like, how can you get fulfillment even more through your workouts? Like, I literally want you to be excited about your workouts. If you're not super excited about your workouts, you got to change it up. And same with your food. Like, if you're not like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to have lunch today and I can't wait to have dinner. Oh my God, everything's so satisfying and everything is so good. You got to change up your meals. And so sometimes what often happens is when there is a lack of fulfillment in one area, whether, again, for you, it's the career aspect, right? It's like, you're taking that into your relationship with food, when really how you get excited and motivated to focus on your relationship with food is like, I'm going to find the fulfillment, not through food, but I'm going to find the fulfillment in these satisfying meals. So there's a difference there. It's not, what I'm not saying is, oh, I'm not fulfilled in my career, things are changing, so I need to turn to food to try to get that fulfillment. But it's like, no, because I don't really have that fulfillment in my career right now, there's a lot of big changes happening after 35 years of being at this job. It's like, now more than ever, I need to make sure that my meals are super satisfying. And that's important. I need to make sure that the workouts that I'm doing are actually like really fun and I look forward to them. There needs to be that pleasure. There needs to be that fulfillment in your life. So separating the two and focusing on healing your relationship with food and ending binge eating is reminding yourself one doesn't have to do with the other. And maybe you've been told by other people that, oh, if you have an unfulfilling job, like that's why you binge. And it's like, no, let's erase that narrative. Again, because I even have people that I'm working with right now who have literally quit their toxic jobs and they're thriving. They're not even binging at all, right? So it's like, maybe you're holding on to this narrative of like, oh, well, if I don't feel fulfilled because I'm changing careers, like I can't conquer binge eating. And that's just not true. It really isn't true. It's like, now more than ever, you can focus on healing your relationship with food because you have the time. And also, what's going to actually leave you feeling really fulfilled is no longer binging. What's going to leave you feeling really fulfilled is stopping when you're full. What's going to leave you feeling really fulfilled is feeling amazing and confident in your own skin. So again, now is really the perfect time to really focus on your relationship with food. You know, find workouts that are so pleasurable and so enjoyable for you. And you know, maybe different areas of your life. If you're not working, maybe you can spend more time with your children or grandchildren or a partner or some friends. Like, the way that I always see it is like, if you're not doing something that you used to do for 35 years and now there's like a transition period, it's like, well, maybe because of your career, you really haven't had much time to spend maybe with your partner or some friends. And it's like, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. And also, maybe when you were in that job for 35 years, maybe you had the mindset of like, oh no, I'm too busy at my job. I can't heal my relationship with food. And it's like, we're just going to throw all those excuses out the window. And it's like, no, now is the perfect time. I'm going to focus on healing my relationship with food. I'm focusing on what I can control. And I'm going to have those satisfying meals. I'm going to find workouts that I really enjoy. And I am going to find fulfillment because it's important for me. So that was the question that was submitted anonymously. Again, thank you so much for this person who left a rating and a review on the podcast. If you want your question answered and to be entered to win the giveaway, all you need to do is rate and review the podcast. Take a screenshot and send it over to me. Your name will be entered to win a prize at the end of the week. I message a winner every single Friday. And then also you'll be able to submit a question to me and I will create an entire podcast episode for you anonymously. So I cannot wait to see you in the next episode and have a beautiful rest of your day.